everybody. This is Bluegrass Sports Nation coming to you live here tonight, folks, from Breathitt County High School. 14th Region Championship game tonight, folks. And boy, what a packed crowd we've got in here in the PE gym tonight for what turns out to be the way these tournaments are supposed to play out, guys, is the top two teams are going to meet here tonight in the championship game. This is Brendan Miller. I've got Lucas Miller and Doug Elam coming to you here tonight, folks. And boy, are we ready for a good one. We've got the Knott Central Lady Patriots at 28-9, champions of the 53rd District, and the 55th champions, the Wolfe County Lady Wolves, at 21-11 in what promises to be a five-setter or more here tonight, folks. And I'll tell you, we've been waiting for this. We've been talking about it. Long day Saturday, good day here on Monday night, and the best two teams have won out and come to play. And, man, it's going to be a great one. So, Doug, what do you think about this one, man?
Standing room only
Yes,
at Breathitt
sir.
County High School. Statistically, Wolfe County, best offense and second best defense, Lucas. Knott County, best defense and second best offense. So there's your matchup. What do you think?
I think, it'll come down to who can control their emotions. Obviously, in this atmosphere, it's hard to keep from, getting nervous and everything. And whatever team can pull their emotions together and stay focused will be locked in, I think.
Well, emotions run high in a
Yes.
championship game. Set
definitely
one,
do.
then that makes the first set all the most important.
Absolutely.
All right, folks, we got about 4:20 to go. We're going to take a quick commercial break here, and we'll be back here to hear from our sponsors. And, man, it's going to be a good one here tonight, and we cannot wait to bring this one to you. Knock that 4 minutes off the clock, and let's get going.
That's
right
right.
now. All right, folks, be right back at you here on BSCN.
Just up the road in Erlanger, Kentucky's own playing card company produces more than 5 billion cards a year. We know because we're Kentucky's insurance company, insuring all sorts of property damage involving your auto and home, but not your house of cards. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment.
Become a certified nurse aide with classes offered at Hazard Community and Technical College's Wolfe County Enrollment Services Center, located at the Wolfe County Board of Education in Campton. Get some of the prerequisites for your LPN and RN degree at the same time. For more info about these classes and HCTC scholarship options, go to hazardctc.com/wolf2022 today.
Are you tired of the same old cell phone? Want a new phone, but really don't want to pay the hundreds of dollars up front for it? Appalachian Wireless has a deal for you. Get the phone you actually want instead of settling for a cheaper phone with the Appalachian Advantage plan. Instead of paying $600 or more for the best phone, simply pay the taxes up front and then a few bucks a month more on your monthly bill. Stop by your local Appalachian Wireless store or dealer today for more information. It's the better, simpler way to pay. And it's called the Appalachian Advantage because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cold drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure you try our Chester's fried chicken. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
Hello, I'm Cameron Adams. I'm running to serve the people of Breathitt, Powell, and Wolfe as circuit judge. I grew up in the hollers of Breathitt County, and my legal background includes criminal defense, prosecution, and civil plaintiff's work. If you are looking for a compassionate, competent circuit judge who truly understands the people he serves, cast your ballot for Cameron Adams this fall.
All right, folks, welcome back. going to have here pregame. We'll have, I know, the national anthem. Also, the starting lineups will be announced. So we'll have to go back off during that national anthem. And again, folks, we'll explain to you if you don't watch our streams. We are on the watch list by Facebook for anything that's copyrighted, get knocked off all the time. So we will usually this Leanne Rhymes national anthem that gets played most places knocks us off for whatever reason. So no disrespect to the United States of America. We are blessed by the Lord to live here in this country and love being an American all day, every day. And also, if you're on our stream, don't look at this foolishness that comes up about these other streams with these things. Apologize for that. But we're as soon as we get started here, we'll take another commercial break and be right back for the starting lineups here in just a few minutes. Okay, folks, be right back with you after this.
Variety Pizza. Family owned and operated, serving the community with homemade and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more for over 45 years. Located at 1189 Main Street, Jackson, Kentucky. Available for dine-in and carry-out, with private party spaces available. Stop by and visit us or call 606-666-5454.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolfe, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
And there you have it. National anthem. We're ready for the starting lineups here now for Abigail Noble, freshman for Wolfe County. Agent 0. Ginger Johnson, Regional Player of the Year. Lacey Smith, Grace Wisman, Nay Noble, and Bella Sayers, and the libero, Jade Carroll for the Lady Wolves. Now for the Lady Patriots, here comes senior Natalie Waddell, really makes this team go. Ellie Miller, the sets throughout the season. Krista Hatmaker. Faith Pollard, you'll see a lot of doing middle hits here tonight. Zoe Miller, 8th grader. Acacia Bentley, and then the lady that makes it all go, Sydney Stidham, for the Lady Pats in the libero role. Got Travis Perry, Kyle Maggard, Mike Milton, and Rachel Turner. Rachel Turner. I didn't have her last name. Running the show, Mike Milton will go over to the...
That is the unenviable position of the R1 for this regional championship match. Hoping for a controversy-free match here, Lucas.
Absolutely.
So keys to the game, obviously Brendan mentioned on the Knott County side, Pollard and Waddell in the middle, Sydney Stidham, virtuoso at libero. What about Wolfe County?
I think obviously, their service game, they can't have very many service errors, and then, of course, their outside hitters. And like we've talked about all tournament, that right side, I think that's got to be an impact for the Lady Wolves.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's safe to say whoever can get the most points somewhere other than the outside is going to have a real advantage. especially in this first set. Looks like Wolfe's going to serve first.
Right.
I see our girl Abigail Noble back there to serve. So
don't forget, folks, we are live on both Facebook and YouTube. If you're sitting at home, you got a YouTube app, go over and check her out. I think it's a little bit better product there.
Noble with the first serve of this championship match, and the adrenaline's running high, Lucas, because that one did not stay in the gym.
And that's something that both teams might struggle with here for the first 3 or 4 minutes here of this game.
Waddell, jump serve, short. Noble, Wisman, Johnson from the middle, and gets it down. So there we go. Already we see an outside hitter for Wolfe taking a middle swing with a 2 or 3 set there. Johnson back to serve.
Ginger.
Johnson drops it in on their right sideline.
Bentley to Stidham. It's it up
we
for
got
Pollard.
the free ball. Wisman outside to Noble. Noble push shot over the block, doesn't get down. Good save right there by Pollard. Now we've got right side Bella, Lacey Smith.
Yeah, really,
Lacey Smith on the right side.
Real good decision there by Grace Wisman to set Lacey Smith there. Seen the double block going on the outside and made that quick adjustment.
Pays off for Wolfe County. Johnson stays on serve. Drops it in short for an ace. Ginger Johnson, top spin jump serve, drops right in for an ace.
Ginger with 77 aces on the season. That makes 78. Probably not the last tonight.
She lines this one up. Short again, and it does its trick, but Knott County, not able to handle it. So Ginger Johnson with another ace.
And Knott County's going to call a quick timeout to try to slow this Wolfe County momentum down. And we'll be right back after a few quick messages from our sponsors.
In November of 2020, I had the honor and privilege of being elected your circuit judge for the 39th Circuit, which includes Breathitt, Powell, and Wolfe counties. The time is now near for me to ask once again for your vote and support to allow me to continue in a position that I love. In November of 2022, vote for experience, compassion, and dedication. Let's continue what we have started and vote to re-elect Lisa Wisman, Circuit Judge.
All right, folks, welcome back here. Quick timeout for Knott Central. You can tell how crucial this game is. Neither coach wants to let a set get away early in the set. So Coach Justice, put your ladies down.
Ginger Johnson, the strategy to see if she can disrupt Johnson's serve momentum here. Let's see if it works. Johnson safe serve, but Knott County can't handle it. Ginger Johnson serving the front line of Knott County, dropping those in short.
And Doug, I think Knott made an adjustment with their alignment there and went to a 2-2 back set there with 2 people in the middle and 2 people on the back row.
And another short one. So Johnson forcing that front row to play defense, gets another free ball, but it's in a good spot. So credit Sydney Stidham. She's a wizard, folks, at that libero position. One of the best in the state. Absolutely a phenomenal libero. Finds a spot right there and gets that ball down. Ellie Miller to serve. Good serve by Miller. Noble's got it to Wisman. Wisman up to Noble. Noble on the outside, blocked by Knott County Central. Free ball coming, and it won't be inbounds. So Knott Central with a much-needed side out. See if they can get some momentum going on Miller's serve here.
Tell you what, Doug, if you look at the block statistics for Knott Central, they have 4 girls with over 30-some blocks on the season. Wolfe only has 1.
And very few solo blocks. Those are mostly all tandem blocks. They're good at double blocking, as you see Wolfe County sneak one in there.
A little bit of miscommunication there by the Lady Patriots. And Lady Wolves are able to pick up another point. Makes it 3-6.
Jade Carroll back to serve. Lacey Smith out. See Bella Salyers coming into the middle. Carroll pushes one all the way back. Good pass right there. Miller. Off speed swing. And we're going to get Johnson from the back row. Doesn't get down. Miller again keeps it off the net, but she's in the net. So tough play right there for Miller on that overpass. Couldn't get a good setup to anybody, really. And Jade Carroll's back to serve again. Pushes it way back. Sydney Stidham's there. Miller to her sister, Zoe Miller, into the net. Right now, Wolfe County's got Knott Central's defense on their heels, Lucas, and they can't get a set in front of the 10-foot line.
8-3, Jade Carroll to serve once more.
Okay, good pass right there by Zoe Miller, and it comes right back to her on the set from Pollard, and that absolutely works out, folks.
Absolutely.
We've talked about it many times. If you can get a hitter moving forward off a pass, Ginger Johnson with the pass. Wisman, Noble over the block. Good move, a smart move right there by Naomi Noble.
I think that's something that we're going to have to see from the Lady Wolves a little bit more than usual. You know, they love to go to those power hitters on the outside, but with Knott's impressive blocking ability, they have to make adjustments at different points in the game.
Absolutely. Wisman drops it in short. Miller puts it up.
It was long.
That one was long right there by Bentley. Acacia Bentley from the left side, from the outside. Couldn't get that ball down. Wisman back to serve again. Pushes it all the way back. Stidham passes it easily. Miller to the right side this time. Pollard. Big swing right there by Faith Pollard. So there's that right side, Lucas. That's
Noble went up for the block and just could not get it high enough. Pollard up above that one.
Sydney Sweeney now back to serve, down 5. Here we go, 5-10. Drop. Short one in. Noble right side to Bella Salyers, over top of it all the way. Couldn't get the timing down on that one.
We see Sarah Moore check in for the first time tonight for the Lady Wolves.
Stidham, a little bit deeper serve that time. Noble to Noble. Outside, big swing, gets it down.
Little sister to big sister there, and it worked like a charm for the Lady Wolves.
Is there a difference in age? What, a minute, 5 minutes, 6 minutes?
I'll tell you what, Doug, that's the fastball right there.
Yeah.
That one was screaming back through here.
Let's see if Noble can get that fastball serve dialed in.
All the way back to the wall.
Big toss right there. Oh, long serve. Misses the back line, and Zoe Miller back to serve, down 4. Zoe Miller drops it in short. Libby Fallon's there, but the overpass gets him. As you see Faith Pollard right there to put that ball. I'm sorry, Natalie Waddell right there to put that ball down.
That's one
Waddell and Pollard in the middle.
Got to avoid that overpass to Knott's big front line there. That's a free ball every time for them.
Zoe Miller again. Passed by Wisman. Noble with the redirection, doesn't get down. Waddell puts it up. Push shot. Wisman to Noble. Johnson from the outside. Runs down the net. Perfect.
Just like she drew it up.
I believe they actually practice that, don't they, Doug? Coach White got them practice.
They practice the angle. They don't practice the net. I can promise you that. They try to cut that angle, but that net assist. We got Sarah Moore back to serve. Sarah Moore, good serve right down the middle. Zoe Miller puts it up.
Two-hander.
Okay. Yep. Push shot by Waddell gets called for the double contact.
That's the first one of the night by Mike Milton. Won't be the last.
No disagreement at all from Coach Justice.
Moore with another serve right to Stidham. Stidham passes it easily. We've got a middle set to out of bounds. Middle set to Natalie Waddell. Just long. Good idea. Waddell's usually deadly from there. Moore with another long serve. Stidham passes it. Good pass right there. Zoe Miller puts it up. And again, Waddell into the net. So
I think the presence of Lacey Smith up that middle block there might be having an effect on those middle swings.
Coach White got Smith camping out there in the middle to get a block up on that. Moore pushes one. Fools him.
I think we might see another timeout here by Knott. 16-8.
Coach Justice going to ride it out for right now. Sarah Moore's back again. Pushes one deep. And Miller, Stidham with the swing. Nice save right there by Noble, and Smith right up the line, but it won't get down. Good save by Waddell, but it won't stay in bounds. So Wolfe County dominating this first set. Lucas, I still don't see Coach Justice going for the timeout.
No, she's going to let them play through it.
She knows it might be a long game. Right up the line by Sarah Moore. Right up the line by Sarah Moore, right in between two Knott County players.
There it is.
There's the timeout. We'll take one with them, folks.
Just up the road in Erlanger, Kentucky's own playing card company produces more than 5 billion cards a year. We know because we're Kentucky's insurance company, insuring all sorts of property damage involving your auto and home, but not your house of cards. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Makes me look bad.
Since we missed it going out, Doug, we're right here on
Bluegrass Sports Nation.
There we go, folks. Announcer's voice if I've ever heard it. Welcome back. 18-8 right now. Lady Wolves looking good. Double-digit lead here in this first set. Sarah Beth Moore with a great service game here right now, Doug.
Let's see if this timeout has any effect whatsoever on Sarah Moore's service game. She puts it up. Nope, finds the middle.
Oh,
and
no man's
another
land.
one. So Waddell stepped in to pass that one, but nobody was ready to set it. So Knott County right now calling on Natalie Waddell to do everything. Pass, hit, set.
Sarah Beth came into this match with 10 aces
and
the announcer season.
Well, for what it's worth, that one didn't get passed.
Yeah. Jade Carroll comes back in for Sarah Moore.
Going to have Acacia Bentley serving.
Good serve by Bentley. Oh, just does miss the line. She had the angle on that and had Jade Carroll on the run, but just does miss the sideline, and now it's Abby Noble back.
And Wolfe is able to reach that elusive
all important
number 20.
That's right. Commanding lead here as Noble serves it back. Zoe Miller into the middle, doesn't get down. Grace Wisman over her shoulder to Ginger Johnson, but it doesn't get down. Stidham's right there, ready for that outside swing. Stidham from the back row, push shot, no dice. Johnson again from the outside, blocked. Libby Fallon with the great save right there and gets the point for Wolfe County. So credit Libby Fallon saving that block.
And a really heads-up play there by Johnson to hit over on two.
Just to redirect it, yeah, absolutely.
I think that caught Knott off guard.
I agree. Abby Noble puts it up. Stidham there again, folks. One of the best you're getting to watch play right here. Free ball to Libby Fallon. She was late getting to it, so now we see...
Queued that one up for Natalie Waddell in the middle, and she took care of it. Hit the soft spot for the Lady Wolves. 21-10 now. That's going to send Waddell back to serve for the Lady Pats.
Waddell won it the best at flat foot.
And Knott's able to get Pollard back into the game. You know, she was on the bench in the rotation for a long time as that one's out.
Waddell a little long with the serve. No, you're absolutely right. Now they'll be trying to work Faith Pollard back into that middle position. She hits a little bit shorter set, a little harder to defend sometimes. Ginger Johnson back to serve, looking for three to close this set out. The first one's up. Short serve down the middle. Does its job. You know, the thing with Coach Justice doing the 2-2, you cover a little better short, but it hurts you long. You're missing a player back there. Yeah. So,
and you've got to have great communication. When that ball served in that dead middle of that square.
Ginger into the net that time.
She was looking to drop that one in short. Folks, the bottom line is passing these serves, Lucas, harder than it looks.
Absolutely.
I promise you.
Well, Doug,
I've been out there.
We've just received the stamp of approval from Robert Amundsen here, so hopefully the stream is going well.
Brother Amundsen, one of the best officials in the region, absolutely. one of the best officials in the state. As you see, Nay Noble's outside swing doesn't get down. Big hustle by Ginger Johnson to keep that ball in play, but Knott Central will get the point. Needing a long run here to get back in this set. Needing a little help.
Ellie Miller, 23-12.
Miller puts it in play. Noble, Carroll, Noble with the left, and still Wolfe County having trouble getting in system here, Lucas.
Yeah, the first pass is taking the set offline there, and
Ellie Miller pushes it way back. Jade Carroll's there. Grace Wisman in system. Ginger Johnson back row. Good job right there by Faith Pollard. Keep that ball in play, and it pays off for her. She gets the middle set back and puts it away.
Coach Justice definitely, I mean, they're going to have to make a big run here in this set. However, they're looking for a little momentum going into set two.
That's exactly right. That's the beautiful thing about volleyball, folks. We'll reset the score right here in a minute. So either way, as Miller sets that middle, here comes Pollard, cleans it up. Oh, just misses the right side. Well, she had an angle, Lucas. She had a look. She just couldn't hit the line. Nobody home over there. Lacey Smith going to switch places with Bella Saggers. Don't adjust your television set, folks. Lacey Smith wearing the 20 tonight, throwing some folks off. She's usually number 8, but tonight wearing the 20. We'll blame that on Coach White as Sydney Stidham with the pass just out of reach.
That'll do it.
And that'll end the set. So Wolfe County takes set 1, 25-14, all-important set 1 in this championship match. We'll take a break here from some of our sponsors and be right back on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Become a certified nurse aide with classes offered at Hazard Community and Technical College's Wolfe County Enrollment Services Center, located at the Wolfe County Board of Education in Campton. Get some of the prerequisites for your LPN and RN degree at the same time. For more info about these classes and HCTC scholarship options, go to hazardctc.com/Wolfe2022 today.
Are you tired of the same old cell phone? Want a new phone, but really don't want to pay the hundreds of dollars up front for it? Appalachian Wireless has a deal for you. Get the phone you actually want instead of settling for a cheaper phone with the Appalachian Advantage plan. Instead of paying $600 or more for the best phone, simply pay the taxes up front and then a few bucks a month more on your monthly bill. Stop by your local Appalachian Wireless store or dealer today for more information. It's the better, simpler way to pay. And it's called the Appalachian Advantage because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cold drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure you try our Chester's Fried Chicken. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
PDQ Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
All right, folks, welcome back. Ready for set number 2 here. 14th Region Championship game. Not going to be serving. Doug, what do the Lady Pats need to do here to get back in this one or to do better to set 2?
Well, I think they found success when they were able to stay in system, get those swings in the middle, so better passing. Just going to have to play better defense, get those passes where the setters can use them. Big joust right there by Pollard, but okay, Wolfe County into the net. So Wolfe County with the lift call. Pollard won the joust. Wasn't sure what the call was there, but it was not going to cause the lift on Wolfe County. So Waddell back to serve with a lead. That's going to get, no, it's not going to get bigger. Lacey Smith with the save, bro.
Christian Hatmaker.
Hatmaker with the opportunistic kill. Keeps Waddell on serve, and Knott County's rolling. Here come the Lady Patriots. Oh, good short serve by Waddell, but Jade Carroll with the hustle play to get there. Johnson from the outside, partially blocked. Ellie Miller to the middle. Pollard. That's what they've got to do, Brendan, right there. They've got to get those in-system sets to the middle, to Pollard, to Waddell. Nothing going to be doing on the outside for these folks. They're going to have to do it from the middle. Waddell with a 3-0 lead. Good serve. Overpass by Wistman. Joust won that time by Abby Noble. Big swing. And again, Faith Pollard, 3 in a row.
And Coach White's going to call a timeout now and try to regroup the Lady Wolves.
Let's take that timeout with them and hear from sponsors on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Variety Pizza. Family owned and operated, serving the community with homemade and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more for over 45 years. Located at 1189 Main Street, Jackson, Kentucky. Available for dine-in and carry-out, with private party spaces available. Stop by and visit us or call 606-666-5454.
You keep them on the heels.
Welcome back. Here's set number 2. The Lady Pats open up 4-0 here.
That's what good teams do. You know, the Lady Pats kind of got punched in the mouth, and then they've answered back. And they come out this second set.
Waddell handles the ATO, gets a swing from Johnson to Stidham. Pollard in the middle, big joust. Lacey Smith wins the joust. And Wolfe County with the big side out. No, we were discussing that in the break. You got to get the defense on the heels, and you got to swing hard to do that. And both these teams able to do that, but the Lady Pats coming out with some fire in their bellies. And it's Pollard on the outside this time. Blocked by Smith. Mike Melton says blocked by the net, so that's the call. Noble back to serve. And she'll cut the lead to 1 with that ace.
And Doug, you mentioned it in the first set. Both these teams are having a lot of trouble on serve receive. And it's not as easy as it looks for anybody that doesn't know much about volleyball.
These are the 2 best defensive teams in the region. They just serve that well. Free ball by Ellie Miller. Grace Wistman's going to set the outside for Johnson. Johnson got a good set moving forward, but a good block by Knott Central. Now we're going to get that middle set we were looking for. Pollard puts it down. Coach White still doesn't have an answer for a good middle set right there, Lucas. Ellie Miller with the serve. Into the net.
We'll have Ginger Johnson going back to serve now.
Knott Central looking to side out and tie or extend their lead. Johnson serving for the tie. Stidham pushes it to the middle and gets called for double contact. So Stidham on her heels a little bit there. Wasn't able to get it clean. So now we've got us a tie game.
Big comeback here after that timeout here by well done by Coach White. To settle his ladies down here in set 2.
Swung the momentum as Johnson's back to serve. And an overpass right there. Wistman, smart move, puts it up in the air for Noble. Noble jousts and lost the joust. Oh, no. Okay. Roofing call on Hatmaker. What do you think, Lucas?
It looked like the ball was still on Wolfe's side of the net. Okay. So if that comes into play, then I think it was a good call.
That absolutely comes into play. Big time swing right there by a veteran, a young veteran, Sydney Stidham right there, Smart move to see that play and go ahead and be aggressive with it instead of sending the free ball over. Hatmaker gets a breather. Look like we got Cheyenne Hall coming in for her. serve into the net. So side out Lady Wolves. Jade Carroll goes back down 1, 6-7. Carroll pushes it all the way back and out of bounds. So hard to hit those corners tonight. We've seen that this entire regional tournament, folks. I don't know if it's the white lines or what, but we've seen that baseline hard to hit on the serve as Sydney Stidham's back. She drops it in short. Johnson's there. Wisman's got it up to the outside for Naomi Noble. Big swing, big block. Knott Central going to take an outside swing of their own. Push shot there by Bentley. And Bentley wins the joust over Sarah Moore.
That set there took Moore into the net there, and she couldn't get much on it.
Well, she at best was going to be able to push it, and Bentley was all over that one. So good defense there by Knott Central to
Knott
keep this
takes
serve
the lead
going.
back.
Oh, that was going to be a good serve, but it didn't get over the net. Sydney Stidham looking at that middle and going to short serve to that spot.
And this is the game that we expected all on every set. You know, a close back and forth.
Right. Wisman tries to drop in the short serve, gets the front row engaged, so they get the free ball. Now Johnson, Noble on the outside, moving forward. Push shot, won't go.
Ellie Miller with a nice dig there.
Carroll, Noble, big swing this time and gets it down. So the push shot didn't work. She brings the set over a little bit. Her sister brings her a little closer to the middle of the net. She's able to get an angle. Keeps Wisman on set. Wolfe down 1. Still leads 1-0 for the match. All the way back to Sydney Stidham. Passes it with no problem. Miller puts it up. Waddell down the line. Free ball coming. Sydney Stidham to Miller. Waddell from the outside. Big swing, but Jade Carroll's there. Naomi Noble from the outside. Her own swing. Overpass. Swung. Sydney Stidham's there. This is good volleyball, folks. Is Noble to Noble. And out of bounds. But Lucas, that's what you've got to do. You got to look for spots, and that's, this is just good volleyball.
Yeah, Ben doesn't believe it, but that was long.
It was, yeah.
Anyway, it was good call by, who's our line
Travis
judge?
Perry.
Travis Perry. Good call by Travis Perry right there. Is that Zoe Miller on serve?
Yep, sure is.
Wisman to Noble. Noble to Noble. Stidham's right there. Miller sets it across. And yeah, I started to say it looked like it hit the antenna right there. So antenna got in the way of that one. Smart play by Stone, but the antenna got in her way, or Sloan rather.
May Noble going to head back to the pad. Let's see if she can get this big serve in.
Top spin toss. Nope. Still looking for the timing, and Knott Central keeps their 1-point lead. Kezia Bentley back to serve.
Knott's got to find a way when Pollard is out of that front row to be able to generate offense. Now, when she's in that front row, they've had a lot of success.
Well, they've moved, so the idea would be to move Natalie Waddell around. Yeah. As you see, big serve right there by Bentley. Gets down for Knott Central, but they moving Waddell around a little bit, and we'll see if they can get her going in the middle. Bentley with another strong serve. Pulls Noble all the way back. Johnson has to send the free ball over. Zoe Miller puts it up for Hatmaker. Hatmaker finds the net. And Wolfe back on serve. Tie game, 11-11.
Now we see Lacey Smith, who was effective in that first set in that middle block position, come back in.
Sarah Moore way back to serve that one, but Stidham passes it easy. There's Waddell, and that's what we talked about, Lucas. So maybe the right side will work better for Natalie Waddell. That was certainly a good swing right there and a good look. Waddell will go back to serve. Faith Pollard back in the game. So Knott Central able to side out right there from the right side. May Noble comes back in for Libby Fallen on Wolfe County side. Jump serve Natalie Waddell all the way back to Nay Noble. Short pass. Lacey Smith couldn't handle it. Point to Knott Central. Waddell again. Another short serve. Nay Noble with the better pass this time. Johnson from the outside gets it down. Tools the block a little bit.
Yeah.
Looking for an angle. Just got the side of Hatmaker's hand. Got it down. Abigail Noble back to serve down one. Take a little break and let the crowd get settled. That's how big the crowd is here, Lucas.
SRO.
Everybody get your position. And Miller puts it up for Pollard, and Pollard from the outside this time. We've not seen many outside swings by Faith Pollard. Oh, good idea right there to set it. We're going. Okay, it was outside the antenna to begin with. But still, heady move by Pollard to put it up in the air and get set.
Yes.
I like to see that. That shows poise, and Knott Central right now in control of this set. Ellie Miller back to serve. Pushes it back to Naomi Noble. Pulls Wisman across the 10-foot line, but Johnson with a good swing off the hand of Hatmaker. And so Wolfe County with the side out. Johnson back to serve. Good job there by Grace Wisman putting that ball in play for Johnson. Had to set it over her shoulder. And again, another over-the-shoulder set right there.
Jake Carroll, great dig. And it turns into a point.
Yeah, so Jade Carroll saving that point so Nay Noble could get the kill. It's defense to offense.
Absolutely. That's such an unsung position to play.
Yeah, the libero doesn't get the love they deserve. And both these teams have solid kids at that position. Overpass, and Grace Wisman will put it. No. Oh. So Mike Milton says Wisman too far over the net. Coach White doesn't agree with the call.
If no one is under there, are you allowed to reach over, or?
We'll talk about that in just a minute. So Hatmaker off the net. Good serve right there. Noble from the outside. Big swing through the block and gets it down for the Lady Wolves. Okay, Lucas, so if it's not the third contact and somebody's in position to set, you have to stay on your side of the net. If it's the third contact, you can push. So if the ball's up to be attacked, either side can push it. So it's a judgment call, and I'm sure Melton saw what he needed to see to make that call. We won't question you from here.
She was over the net.
Yes.
I'm standing right down the net. She was over the net. I didn't know if you was allowed to reach over in that situation or not, but she was over the net, so it was a good call.
You can reach over in an attack situation, so Milton obviously felt like that was a setting situation, so. Oh, big swing right there by
Jade
Faith
Carroll
Pollard.
with a great dig.
Faith Pollard, but Jade Carroll handles it easily, so Pollard again. Finds the angle, and Sarah Moore can't get to it. So that time splitting the difference between Carroll and Moore. Jade Carroll doing a fantastic job.
Absolutely. We're tied up 16-16, folks. This is the game we thought we'd see all game long.
Stidham drops it in front of Johnson. She handles it. Noble from the outside. Blocked. If you want to know how you block an outside swing, folks, just like that. Get elbow to elbow and get up over the net and push. Sydney Stidham pushes it all the way back. Johnson draws Wisman back a little bit. Nobody there to hit it. Good save by Nay Noble, and it pays off. So unconventional kill by Noble right there. Just trying to save the ball. Gets it down. Wisman back to serve in the tie game. Down the line. Overpass, and Miller couldn't handle it. Let's see if Wisman goes back at Hall again here. She does not. She tries to go across court, Lucas, and just lost track of it. Just lost track of it. Zoe Miller comes in to serve for the Lady Patriots. All tied up at 18. Miller, good serve. Jade Carroll, a little off her hip. Gonna have to settle for a free ball. Miller with the set. Waddell right down the middle and gets it down. So Natalie Waddell, and you called it. That's what they were looking for, Lucas. More production out of Natalie Waddell. She's got kills from the right side, from the middle. Zoe Miller back to serve again. Drops it in short for the ace. With an assist from the net.
Coach Watt's not happy with his defense there.
Looks like Wolfe County's going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them right here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
In November of 2020, I had the honor and privilege of being elected your circuit judge for the 39th Circuit, which includes Breathitt, Powell, and Wolfe counties. The time is now near for me to ask once again for your vote and support to allow me to continue in a position that I love. In November of 2022, vote for experience, compassion, and dedication. Let's continue what we have started and vote to re-elect Lisa Wisman, Circuit Judge.
And we're back, folks. Knott Central, after dropping the first set to Wolfe County, in the lead right now, 20-18. Lucas, we've talked all tournament long about how important it is to be the first team to 18 or to 20. What's this mean for the Lady Patriots if they can keep this run going through at least one more point?
Well, you know, when you can build that 2 or 3 point advantage, and you know you're 2 or 3 points away from victory, it's just a lot easier to play in system.
Just a simple mathematics equation at that point, isn't it? And you see Naomi Noble under the set a little bit, so Zoe Miller stays on serve. So ATO handled well by Zoe Miller, 21-18. She's picked a spot. She pushes it right at Jade Carroll. Noble with the set to Sarah Moore off the right side, and says she's blocked. So the call was that she was blocked. I couldn't tell if it was the net or the block.
I think it was a block.
Yeah, Gabby Sloan and Natalie Waddell.
So again, folks, this Knott County net defense holding up strong against the Lady Wolves. Zoe Miller, Grace Wisman with the pass. Noble, Johnson from the back row, can't find the spot. Sydney Stidham's there, don't want to hit it there. Waddell with the push to the corner, but Jade Carroll's right there. And now Johnson again from the back, and this time passed by Hall, I apologize. Good block out there by Nay Noble to keep that ball up. Salyers with the free ball. Now we're going to see that middle swing that we were looking for. So Waddell just wiping it out from the middle.
Both these teams are too good to give free balls to on a regular basis.
Yes, and when Waddell gets that set, Lucas, if you've noticed, she extends so much above the defense that she can put it anywhere she wants to. But she's got to have the good set. You're exactly right. Zoe Miller. Good pass by Jade Carroll and Naomi Noble. Just trying to keep it in play.
Bentley that time with the block.
Serves it up for Bentley to put it down, and now Zoe Miller serving to tie this matchup at 1 set apiece. Oh, untimely service error right there for the youngster. She served 7 in a row there. So
I think it's important here to see Nay Noble have a good server too. Well, she struggled in the first set and the second set. And, she just got to calm herself down. She's a really good server.
Nay's got a changeup she can go to here, Lucas, if she needs to control it. And that's it. That's the changeup right there. So Pollard does not have a changeup. That's a fastball right there. Waddell. Sorry, Johnson in the middle doesn't get down. Waddell again. Oh, good look. Jade Carroll was there. Johnson from the outside, but back on her heels a little bit. Waddell again from the middle, and finds care of it. And so the Knott County Lady Patriots come roaring back in the second set. This match is tied up 1-1. We're in for a good match the rest of the way, Lucas.
Absolutely.
Let's take a break and hear from some sponsors. We'll be right back on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolfe, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
Just up the road in Erlanger, Kentucky's own playing card company produces more than 5 billion cards a year. We know because we're Kentucky's insurance company, insuring all sorts of property damage involving your auto and home, but not your house of cards. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Become a certified nurse aide with classes offered at Hazard Community and Technical College's Wolfe County Enrollment Services Center, located at the Wolfe County Board of Education in Campton. Get some of the prerequisites for your LPN and RN degree at the same time. For more info about these classes and HCTC scholarship options, go to hazardctc.com/Wolfe2022 today.
Are you tired of the same old cell phone? Want a new phone, but really don't want to pay the hundreds of dollars up front for it? Appalachian Wireless has a deal for you. Get the phone you actually want instead of settling for a cheaper phone with the Appalachian Advantage plan. Instead of paying $600 or more for the best phone, simply pay the taxes up front and then a few bucks a month more on your monthly bill. Stop by your local Appalachian Wireless store or dealer today for more information. It's the better, simpler way to pay. And it's called the Appalachian Advantage because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
All right, folks, welcome back. I want to thank our Wolfe County sponsors here tonight of Wolfe County Volleyball. All season long with us, folks, there in Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Wolfe Farm Bureau Federation, Banks Auto Sales, Whitaker Bank of Campton, Holbrook Equipment, and Wolfe County Tourism, folks. I tell you what, these people have supported Wolfe County all season. We thank you so very much. Doug, I tell you, these two teams are no strangers. 2020, I think you were on the bench in that championship game, and Wolfe County takes 14th Region. Also, the All-A championship game this year. Wolfe took both of those, so no strangers, high-level competition between these two.
Well, and not only that, but what they're playing for in this situation. This is the volleyball state tournament has gone to a semi-state format where the first round is at different sites. And the winner of this game will actually host the first round game against the winner of the 13th region. And give us a little scouting of the 13th region, Lucas.
Well, let me just say this, and I'll get Lucas to that. I did a little math last night, which is not my strong suit. But the 13th, nobody left in the 13th has a higher RPI than Wolfe or Knott. So one of these two are going to get a home playoff game on Monday night, probably. Luke, you can tell us about the 13th who's left and what you think down there.
Well, you have Corbin and Whitley County, I think, playing tonight. And I can't remember right off the top of my head the other team. Let's see here. Corbin and Jackson County, and Whitley County and Bell County.
Yeah, so all of those are solid teams. There's no giant killers in that mix. I think the ability to host is going to be key. And obviously for either of these teams, the chance to compete in the first round of the state, possibly get to the second round of the state. I think that's what they've practiced for. That's what they've played for all year, as we see Waddell in the middle. Nice roll shot, finds the corner. Beautiful job by Natalie Waddell. She saw that and went and got it.
Well, Ginger went with the fastball that time. Nice set, but Sydney Stidham was right there to dig it, man. Great defense by Stidham.
Oh, Stidham and Carroll have both been fantastic. Waddell with the short serve off of Naomi Noble's arms. Johnson somehow able to get something on that from the outside, but we're going to get a free ball back from Knott Central. Good pass by Carroll to Wisman. Johnson moving forward, gets all of it, gets it in.
It's the first time we've seen Wolfe really go opposite deep.
Yeah.
And, it was open, so we might see that a little bit more here in this third set.
Well, and that's a product of this Knott County defense is cutting the short stuff off, so you're going to have to find those deep corners. Johnson back to serve with a 1-point lead. Right down the right sideline there. Passed by Bentley. Free ball from Knott Central, and now Noble from the outside pushes it over the block, but it doesn't get down. But Knott County can't get it back in system, so we've seen the push over the block by both teams be unsuccessful in actually scoring the point, but it gets the other team back on their heels. Johnson off the net. That's a good strategy if you can do it.
And that's going to be
two-hander.
Double contact by the set from the setter that's not a setter. That's not her fault. Can't fault her for that. Faith Pollard is a hitter, not a setter, but she was doing her best there. Johnson. Short serve. Overpass. Finds some of the ceiling, so that'll be Wolfe County's point.
And Doug, if you can, we see these balls hit the ceiling all the time. It's only a violation when
it goes over the net. So
you can do it on your own side and keep on playing, but if it goes over the net.
That's exactly right. Now, you cannot play it off the back wall. So the back wall is always going to be out of bounds, but the ceiling is in play until it crosses the net. Knott Central, I thought they were looking for a touch there, but just pushed it out of bounds. So
Lady Wolves jump out to a 6-1 lead.
Set 3, 1-1. Ginger Johnson on serve.
Lines it up, pushes it to the middle. Sydney Stidham's right there, but a little overpass. You don't see that very often. Lacey Smith pushes it, but doesn't get anything. Pollard with a nice swing down the left side. Naomi Noble. And now that they've found that corner, Lucas, they're going to wear it out.
I think Coach Justice is going to have to get her a timeout here, yeah.
And that's what she's going to do. Timeout, Lady Patriots. They're going to regroup. I promise you, they've got an adjustment coming.
Sure.
This game ain't over by sight, folks. We'll be right back on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
All right, folks, welcome back. Set 3 here, 14th Region Championship game between these two giants of the 14th Region. Wolfe took the first one, 25-14. Knott comes back 25-19 in set 2. Wolfe in the driver's seat right now in set 3.
Johnson has been on serve for a little while. Pushes this one to the left side. Ellie Miller puts it in play. Stidham with the set. Pollard with the swing. Set to Naomi Noble on the outside. Big swing, just misses the baseline and side out. Knott, boy, they needed that one, Lucas.
Yeah, Knott really needed that side out.
So timeout works out for Coach Justice, and now Ellie Miller back to serve. 2-7. Miller short serve. Wisman's there. Johnson's there to Wisman. Push shot from Johnson gets down. So Ginger Johnson coming from the back row with a little row shot. Looking for the middle and finding it. Jade Carroll back to serve.
We see Sarah Moore come back in, so Lady Wolves might look at this right side for a swing.
Oh, good set right there. Oh, no, it wasn't. Mike Melton with the double contact call, and it was a good angle by Sydney Stidham. She put it in a good spot, but Melton said it wasn't clean. I believe him. Jade Carroll to the middle. Bentley with the pass. Miller. Noble. Moore. Grace Wisman going to have to free ball one over, and Sydney Stidham's going to be right there. Miller right in the middle to Pollard, but she couldn't handle it. Little tight. They can't save it. So credit Naomi Noble for staying at the net. Good net defense right there. But the set was a little tight for Pollard to begin with.
Yes.
Carroll pushes it to the middle. I think is that Bentley made that pass? Miller puts it in play. Hatmaker from the right side. Down the line, just misses, just outside. Wolfe County in control of this set now.
That ball hit the always elusive Kyle Macker over there on the end line.
Nimble.
Yes, like a ninja.
Nimble and elusive Kyle Macker.
Athleticism,
all of that.
Athleticism personified.
That's exactly right.
It's so impressive I can't get it out.
And he grows a handsome beard too. Jade Carroll with the serve. All the way back. Bentley passes. Stidham to Miller.
Oh, Jade Carroll.
Wisman and Naomi Noble. What's the stats on Jade Carroll's digs? Noble over top of that one.
She's been huge.
Yeah, it's. I guarantee she leads the team. That's for sure.
.307 coming into the game.
307 digs, folks. Let me define that for you. You've got to get swung on. So a dig is when you do exactly what we've seen Carroll and Stidham do tonight. Those big swings by those outside hitters, when you keep them in play, you get credit for a dig. as we see a big-time solo block that time by Faith Pollard. So uncharacteristic solo block by Knott Central, but it works, effective. But that's how impressive Stidham and Carroll are. They've racked up over 700 digs between them. Got Hall back to serve. Carroll. Wisman to the right side, Sarah Moore. Found the angle she was looking for, but Knott Central keeps it up. So now outside, Naomi Noble with a big swing. Blocked, but they couldn't keep it in bounds. So the double block was back. Did a good job pushing it. Got it on the right side, just rolls out of bounds on them. So Grace Wisman with a big lead.
Good hustle there by Ginger Johnson to keep that ball alive. It was heading to that back corner, and she was able to run it down.
Wisman short serve. And it works. Acacia Bentley tried to pass it off her hip. Wisman pushed that one right down the line on her. Let's see if she goes back at Bentley. She pushes that one across. Hall was there. Hall with the swing. No dice.
I think Knott's going to have to call him another timeout here pretty quick. 14-4. You don't want this one to get any bigger.
Grace Wisman back to serve. Good pass right there by Sydney Stidham.
She was over the line, I think.
Yeah. Ellie Miller steps over the line trying to handle it.
15-4
stays on serve. Stidham. Miller. Bentley. Naomi Noble from the outside, blocked, but out of bounds, so Noble will get the kill there. Acacia Bentley with a nice outside swing right there, so Coach Justice sends Pollard to the right and then brings Bentley in on the outside, but she didn't find it that time. Grace Wisman. Stidham. Miller, back set to Pollard.
Moore's there.
And down the net, so good play right there by Faith Pollard. Pushed that down the net. Moore wasn't ready for it, so Pollard back to serve. No, Pollard's out, I guess. Stidham's going to serve for her. Waddell's back into the front line.
16-5. Lady Patriots need a run here on serve.
Good pass right there by Wisman. Noble's able to get her sister moving forward, but she misses the sideline. So just outside, Stidham stays on serve. They're not playing for the fourth set just yet, are they, Lucas?
No.
Still trying to get back in this and drops it right in front of Jade Carroll for the ace. So libero picking on libero there. Let's see where she goes with this one. Short serve again, and again it was right down the middle. And they get what they're looking for. Going to get an in-system swing right here. Bentley, cross court, or no, down the middle. Free ball coming. Let's see what to do with this one. Is it back set? Nope, right in the middle. Waddell in the middle.
Well done.
Natalie Waddell right on top of that. Stidham stays on serve. Now they've cut the lead to 8.
Yes, exactly what they had to have.
Oh, that one was dangerous. Left-hand swing by Naomi.
Oh, man.
Left-hand swing by Naomi Noble, and Stidham gambled and lost. Thought it might be out of bounds and let it go and paid for it. So Nay Noble back to serve now.
And when you talk about points in a game that can affect the whole set, that might be one of them. If Knott gets that, Coach White probably has to call a timeout.
Yeah, you scored 7 in a row.
Jumper.
That one had a little heat on it. Ellie Miller to the right side. Doesn't get down. Johnson from the outside. Miller puts it back up. Waddell sets Bentley, and Bentley just misses the baseline. Just misses the baseline. So might have been looking cross court there and turned on a little too much. But you couldn't keep it in bounds, and Naomi Noble stays on serve.
1-1, set 3, Nay Noble.
Fastball just misses the sideline.
Two-seam had some run on it.
Yeah, started saying slider maybe. What in the world?
That makes it 18-9. So once again, Knott's in a situation where they've got to find a way to get 4 or 5, I think, on this serve.
Gabrielle Sloan in for Ellie Miller. Miller gets a rest. Maybe follow him with the pass. Noble to Johnson. Oh, I couldn't tell. It was close.
It was tipped. Yeah, Milton says it was tipped.
Okay, all right. We had contact at the net, so point to Wolfe County. Sarah Moore now on serve, 19-9. So 2 more points could all but put this one away. Let's see what more can get done here. Right down the line, Miller finds Pollard, or I'm sorry, Waddell. Waddell can't get it down. She'll try again and does it. So went to the left side, didn't get it.
I think Coach Watts wanted a back row swing.
Wouldn't have been a back row swing because Pollard's just now going, Waddell's just now going back to serve. So
he
she
was
definitely in the front
something.
row.
Thought it was out. He was after the linesman here.
Johnson with the big swing, but Stidham's right there. Hatmaker puts it in play. Waddell sends it over. Noble, Johnson, finds the middle. So important to get that set in front of the hitters, Lucas, if they're back on their heels.
Yes.
There's the race to 20, Doug.
And now everybody on the Wolfe County side takes a deep breath. It just got easier for them as Abigail Noble puts one in the middle. Stidham with a little bit of an overpass, but handled.
Going to get a swing from Ginger.
Wisman to Johnson and Doug effectively. Lacey Smith wins the joust. Bentley with a good dig right there on the Johnson swing, but nobody home.
I'm really shocked Coach Justice hasn't called a timeout in this set.
Well, it may be forthcoming here, or she may just ride this out to the 4th. We'll see. Johnson, cross court. Hatmaker's there. And the net. So the passes tight to the net have plagued Knott Central this whole set. Made it hard on the setters to try to get anything going. Noble back needing 3 to finish this set out. Abby Noble, Stidham, Miller, Waddell. Oh, effective. Just good pass by Stidham. Got him in system. Miller finds Waddell, and sometimes it's that easy.
Well, the situation Knott's in now is, they're doubled up, and the margin for errors they have a net serve is so small. Once you get a 4 or 5 point lead and somebody's at 22, 23, it's just such an uphill battle.
Hey, credit Natalie Waddell for trying to serve for an ace there, trying to make something happen. Just
Ginger back to try to serve this set out. 23-11 Wolfe.
Johnson short and saved by Bentley. Pushed over. No. So Stidham got something on it, but not enough. And Johnson serves for the set. Johnson, Bentley, overpass. Wisman couldn't handle it.
I think Wisman didn't think that ball was actually coming across then and was kind of got caught off guard when it hit her hand.
She was trying to dump it straight down.
Yes.
And she did. Unfortunately, it was on her side of the net. So she did a good job. She just didn't know where she was at. Ellie Miller back to serve to stay alive. Right in the middle. Johnson to Wisman. Noble from the outside. Tight set. Couldn't handle it, so Miller will stay on serve.
1 set pointer race, 11 more coming.
It has been done before. Now they are playing for momentum, though. You definitely, there's going to be another set. You're still in this. Big time hustle right there by Ellie Miller. I'm not sure what the call is. Okay, they're going to call Hatmaker across the line, so that'll end the set.
Do it.
Wolfe County takes a 2-1 lead in this match. We'll see how the Lady Patriots respond, and when we come back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cold drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure you try our Chester's Fried Chicken. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Variety Pizza. Family owned and operated, serving the community with homemade and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more for over 45 years. Located at 1189 Main Street, Jackson, Kentucky. Available for dine-in and carry-out, with private party spaces available. Stop by and visit us or call 606-666-5454.
Just up the road in Erlanger, Kentucky's own playing card company produces more than 5 billion cards a year. We know because we're Kentucky's insurance company, insuring all sorts of property damage involving your auto and home, but not your house of cards. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
All right, folks, want to thank our Wolfe County Volleyball sponsors here tonight, helping you bring this one here on a regional final. Wednesday night, Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Susan Cable, Fed Kelly, always doing their best for Wolfe County and the youth of Wolfe County. Wolfe County Farm Bureau Federation, Bankside Wholesale, C. Raymond for your new car or your used car. Down, been in business over 25 years in Wolfe County. Whitaker Bank of Campton, thank those folks for always supporting the kids of Wolfe County. Holbrook Equipment, great Kubota dealer, selling them all over Eastern Kentucky. Todd and Ted do a wonderful job. Wolfe County Tourism. Wolfe County is naturally gorgeous. Come on down and see us in Wolfe County, folks.
All right, Lucas, so the Lady Wolves are taking a 2-1 lead. All the pressure's on the Lady Patriots to respond. What's Coach Justice telling her girls?
Well, I'm sure at some point in that timeout she was saying we're playing for our season. You know, this is the final set if we can't pull one out here, you know. So leave it all out there. I would say, obviously, they're probably looking to get back to that middle set a little more than the third set there. They kind of got away from it a little bit, which, you know, was because of Wolfe serving, and it's a little harder to pass to the setter.
Sure. Waddell with the short serve here. Starts out with an ace. So whatever she said, that'll help.
It worked.
1-0 on the strength of Natalie Waddell's serve. Let's see what she does with this one. Right down the right side, but Wisman's there. Noble to Johnson. Johnson moving forward. Pushed it down the line and misses. So around the block, but off the court. Waddell stays on serve up 2. Down the line again. This time, Nay Noble's the one to pass it. Wisman to Johnson. Little touch shot. Won't get anything out of that, and it's going to be Pollard in the middle. Off the block of Lacey Smith. Tools it. Stays in the lead. Stays on serve. Waddell back again, 3-0.
And all of this has basically come because Wolfe has struggled on receiving.
Yeah, serve receive. A little bit of an issue starting this fourth set, so maybe fatigue.
Sure.
We'll get some fresh legs in there. Got Libby Fallon back in the game to play some defense. She'll pass this one. Perfect. Good pass right there. Abby Noble with the misdirection. Joust. Lacey Smith wasn't there. So Faith Pollard beats Smith to the ball, and Waddell stays on serve. Let's see where she goes with this one. Back to the middle. Fallon. Johnson from the outside, scores off the block. So good job by Grace Wisman right there. It wasn't a perfect pass, but she got under it and got the set where it needed to be for Johnson. So Noble back to serve. Good serve right there by Noble. Pollard in a good spot on the outside, but she just gets over top the set. So would you move Pollard back to the middle here, or would you keep her on the outside?
I think at some point here pretty quick, you'll see her rotate back.
Noble, another short serve. Bullets right there. Ellie Miller, just misses the back line. So strategy, Miller trying to catch him off guard, but couldn't keep it in bounds.
Lady Wolf's done a good job of answering here.
This one to Ty. Pollard. Off a block, gets it down. So outside swing by Pollard, that time good for a point. Now we'll see her move over to the middle. As Ellie Miller's back to serve. Miller short serve, but Carroll's there. Big hustle play by Jade Carroll just to keep Wolfe County in that point. That was an ace. And Johnson takes advantage of the overpass by Miller. So Jade Carroll keeps it alive. Johnson stays on the net. And now she's back to serve.
We see Nay Noble come back into that front row.
Johnson, right side, passed by Miller, set by Miller. Waddell across the, Pollard across the middle. And Nay Noble misses from the outside. So big swing by Noble, just doesn't get inbounds. Side out, Hatmaker back to serve. Knott Central down 2. Or up 2, that's what I meant. Knott Central up 2. Johnson. Wisman to Noble off of her heels, and it works. It works, gets just enough on it there. So Naomi Noble back on her heels a little bit, gets under that one, but finds a good spot.
Sawyer's in for Smith.
Hatmaker gets a breather as well. Bentley comes in for her, I think. Oh, good pass right there by Stidham off of her knees. Big swing by Pollard. Doesn't get down. Stidham pushes it. Jade Carroll's there. Wisman to the outside for Noble. Moving forward. Gets a lot on it.
Lady Wolves have to take advantage here.
Wisman and Noble. Big swing by Nay Noble. Finds the corner. So Acacia Bentley with the outside swing for Knott Central. And Wolfe County was just set up for it. So like you said, Lucas, the outside's not going to get it done. You got to find the middle of the right. Jade Carroll stays on serve. Everything's tied up. Swing by Pollard. Just does miss.
Jade Carroll's been really effective with her serve. You know, she's not a power server. She picks her spots, and she's been really effective here. So Lady Wolves get a free ball here.
So Wisman with the touch set right there. She was running under it, but Noble catches the net cord. It's very unforgiving.
I think she was in between on dropping the hammer and trying to be a little finesse there.
Yeah, didn't have it where she wanted it, honestly. Sydney Stidham back to serve. That's good news for the Lady Patriots. I jinxed her. Started saying Stidham and the Lady Patriots had a good run in the second set. Maybe they can get that going later, but Grace Wisman's back to serve right now.
Look for Waddell to be the focus of Knott's offense with Pollard off the floor right now.
To Ellie Miller. Waddell from the outside. Jade Carroll, gets a handle on it, but it's headed out of bounds, and the Lady Patriots tie it up. Back on serve. Be Zoe Miller back to serve.
Waddell's in that middle spot now.
Yes, Sloan will be on the outside blocking. Noble to Noble. And into the block. So into the block and down. Waddell and Bentley got the block up, but Naomi Noble beat them to it. Noble going to go for the top spin ace right here. Jump serve. No, it floats on her and it's out of bounds. So she saw something, went for it, but it floated on her. You could see the spin just come off the ball. Acacia Bentley back to serve. Right down the middle to Grace Wisman, who overpasses it. And nobody can handle it. So Waddell cleans up that overpass.
The Lady Patriots come back to take the lead.
Acacia Bentley on serve for the Lady Pats. And into the net. So tie game. Serve to Jade Carroll. No, serve to Bella Sayers. It'll be Bella Sayers' serve. Somebody tell her she's set down. She'll get back up. Go take care of that. Sayers usually a strong server. Pushes this one all the way back. Stidham can't handle it, so
comes up big for her team right there.
Well, rare miscue by Sydney Stidham. She was coming across the court and went to her hands on a ball that might have even been out of bounds if she'd let it go. So Bella Sayers back to take advantage of it. Let's see what she can do with this one. Short serve, too short. Doesn't make it over. Side out, Knott Central.
11 all, folks, here in set 4 with the Lady Wolves with a 2-1 lead. The Lady Patriots trying to find a way to extend this match.
Big jump serve. No, Waddell flat-footed serve, and it pays off. So looking for a spot and found it. Went down that right sideline. Wolfe couldn't get in system. Grace Wisman's going to get a break, and Sarah Moore's going to come in and play a little defense. Let's see if Waddell stays down the sideline. She does not. Comes cross court to Carroll, who handles it easily. Johnson from the outside. Good idea right there by Ginger Johnson. She's coming into the middle and takes it cross court. So a little misdirection. Off speed, but over the block. Abigail Noble back to serve, tie game. Short serve, passed easily. Hatmaker with the middle swing. Noble gets it, Wisman. Johnson moving forward. Blocked, doesn't stay in bounds. So point to the Lady Wolves. Boy, that block so strong by Knott County Central.
Lady Wolves inch out, 13-12.
That one just trickled out of bounds. Noble, back to Stidham. Stidham with a little overpass, joust at the net. Hatmaker able to keep it in play. Johnson finding that same spot. So over the block, down that left sideline. Keeps Noble on serve. This is Wolfe's biggest lead. And the overpass almost catches them off guard. Grace Wisman tries to save it and can't. Pollard puts one in the middle. Wisman to Johnson. Johnson with the swing. Passed by Bentley. Overpass. Smith. Pollard. Johnson in the middle. And gets it down. So good. Frenetic pace.
Yes.
To this fourth set. Stretches the Wolfe lead out to 15-12. I'd say one more, Coach Justice will get a timeout here.
Yeah.
Sydney Stidham, Bentley, and Grace Wisman puts it down. So there was no one in place.
There's nobody there to set.
Right, nobody in place to set that ball, so no roofing call.
Coach Justice is going to call a timeout.
Yeah, we saw that one coming. So the Lady Patriots going to take a timeout and regroup. Lady Wolves lead 16-12. Let's hear from our sponsors. We'll be right back on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
PDQ Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies, including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
That ball's up for grabs.
All right, folks, welcome back here. Set 4. Wolfe up 2-1, 25-14, 25-13. Sets 1 and 3. Knott Central took set 2, 25-19. Do or die time for Coach Justice and her Lady Pats here in set 4.
Noble's going to stay on serve right here, Lucas, and so far so good. Let's see how she handles this after timeout.
Yeah, you know Knott's going to be wanting to get Pollard or Waddle swing.
This one should be softer. She should be more conservative, but the overpass. Stidham finally keeps it on Knott County's side. Pollard with the swing, doesn't get down. Lacey Smith playing big for the Lady Wolves tonight. But Hatmaker with the off speed gets that one down, and the Lady Patriots get a much-needed side out. But Lacey Smith, really a difference maker on the net for Wolfe tonight. Three points to tie this thing back up. Ellie Miller back to serve. Jade Carroll right there. Johnson on the second contact takes the swing. Miller with a good set on the run. Nothing they could do. Pollard in the middle. Good set by Miller to stay on serve.
If Knott scores one here, Doug, if you're Coach White, would you take a timeout?
I don't think until they either tie or take the lead. I think as long as you're still up, you try to get the momentum back. Those timeouts could be precious at the end of this set. Miller, Pollard, she's just too much right now.
Yeah.
When she finds her spot, maybe go with a double block in that middle. Maybe we'll see Johnson and Smith both go up on this one. Let's see. Miller with the serve. There's the pass they needed. Wisman to the middle for Johnson. Double block was there. Johnson misses it. Oh, good hustle by Ellie Miller all the way into the crowd, but she wasn't able to track it down.
There's a big side out for the Lady Wolves there.
Saved the timeout, first of all. You never know when you're going to need that later.
And they've got one of their top servers back now in Johnson.
Ginger will take her time, find her spot. Jump serve. Down the right side, Bentley passes it. Pollard, Hatmaker. Free ball to Carroll. Wisman to Noble, outside. Good swing. Good swing right there.
Noble, timely swing.
Yeah. Good swing. That's exactly what Coach White was screaming for on the sideline. He calls that a 4. That's a deep pin set. Get your outside hitter back in position. Let's see what they do this time. The Lady Patriots looking for, the middle swing here with Pollard. No, they push it to the outside. Doesn't get down. Wisman, Noble. Noble looking for a spot, can't find it. Pollard, nice play right there by Faith Pollard. Over her head, backhanded.
Really heady play there.
Sky hook, whatever you want to call it. She's able to get a hand on it and get it down. Cheyenne Hall back to serve. Hall puts it in play to Wisman, or to Johnson rather. Wisman and Noble just out of bounds.
It's a tip.
Oh, there was contact at the net, so okay. That ball tipped at the net.
No disagreement from the Lady Patriots whatsoever.
Well, their blocks so good you expect them to get their hands on it, so absolutely. Jade Carroll still on serve. Right side to Bentley. And now Bentley with the outside swing, doesn't get down. Johnson, Wisman to Noble outside, blocked, but out of bounds. So Naomi Noble with the kill.
Got Tammy Hofsis in now on the front line there for the Lady Pats. That's the first time she's been in tonight.
And Coach Justice is going to call a timeout and try to stymie this momentum.
There's your 20 number.
Yeah, this is going to be critical for the Lady Patriots coming out of this break. We'll be back on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cold drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure you try our Chester's Fried Chicken. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
All right, we're back, folks. So the Lady Patriots take a timeout and regroup. We'll see the adjustment that they make. Looks like defensively, they're going to pull in the wings and try to track this Carroll serve down, get a good pass. So Stidham, overpass. Wisman was there. Miller with the set to the right side. Big swing right there, but it doesn't get down. Naomi Noble. Stidham, push shot. Oh! Johnson tried to keep it in the air. Didn't work out for her, so.
I think that probably would have hit at least a piece of the line, though, in her defense. You know, that's a hard one to make a judge on, but I do think it probably would have got the line.
Absolutely. Sydney Stidham, short serve. Carroll's there. Wisman.
That's it, yeah.
And that's a double contact. Oh, a lift. So she caught that one a little low. And here come the Lady Patriots. So your 20-point advantage erased if the other team gets to 22. Stidham off the net. 2019. This crowd, Lucas, these student sections are amazing tonight.
Absolutely.
The Knott County student section obviously on their feet right now. Sydney Stidham serving to tie this important, what could be the last chance for the Lady Patriots. Naomi Noble off the block.
Went off speed that time.
Yeah.
And now we've got Grace Wistman back to serve. Every point crucial at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Wistman back, takes aim, down the right side. Ellie Miller puts it up. Waddell across court, just in bounds. Catches the line, point to Knott County Central. And they're on serve, 20-21.
That was very close.
Well, it's opposite us, so we'll go with the line judge call there. Zoe Miller back to serve down one. Coach White says, let's think about it first. So we'll take a break with them, folks. Hear from some sponsors. Be right back on BSN.
In November of 2020, I had the honor and privilege of being elected your circuit judge for the 39th Circuit, which includes Breathitt, Powell, and Wolfe counties. The time is now near for me to ask once again for your vote and support to allow me to continue in a position that I love. In November of 2022, vote for experience, compassion, and dedication. Let's continue what we have started and vote to re-elect Lisa Wistman, Circuit Judge.
And we're back, folks. The crucial waning moments of this fourth set. Knott County Central serving to stay alive. They're down 20-21. Or no. Yeah, yes. Down 20-21. Slight overpass by Johnson. Catches Acacia Bentley in the net.
This place is absolutely wild.
22-20.
This is a district basketball championship.
This is not
atmosphere.
Basketball, folks. This is awesome.
And great.
I'm telling you.
It's great these girls get to experience this.
May Noble tried to do too much, and the Lady Patriots cut the lead to 1. Acacia Bentley back to serve. We've got Hatmaker, Waddell, and Sloan across the front line. Bentley on serve. Miller and Stidham in the back with her. And Coach Justice looking for, going to bring in a serving specialist right here, folks.
Number 31 for the Lady Patriots.
Chloe Brown is who I've got on my list. So
Pressure situation to come in for the first time in the game that I can remember.
Puts it out. And hits it out of bounds. So whatever the strategy there was, it doesn't work out for the Lady Patriots, and the Lady Wolves need 2 for the state championship, for a trip to the state championship.
And Bella Sayers will go back to serve for the Lady Wolves.
Sayers puts it in place. Stidham has to pass it. That ball was headed for the corner. It's going to be free ball to the Lady Wolves. Noble, Johnson moving forward. Big swing. Stidham's there. The joust. Johnson keeps it alive. Noble with the swing. Waddell, Stidham free ball. Wow. Johnson, pass and go. Going to get it back in the middle. Tries to find a spot, can't. But it gets miscommunication. So just a little hesitation there by Zoe Miller. And Bella Sayers will serve for the regional championship and a trip to the state tournament on Monday night. Sayers back to serve.
Student section is going to go wild with this.
This is as quiet as they're going to get, Mike, so he goes ahead and blows the whistle. Sayers.
Oh, he's the regional championship of Bella Sayers.
And the Wolfe County Lady Wolves are your 2022 14th Region Volleyball champions. Second time in 3 years, Lucas. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's a total team effort tonight. You know, you have girls like Jade Carroll, who played probably one of the best games of her career, digging ball after ball. Then girls like, you know, Bella Sayers stepping up in huge pressure situations and being able to finish the deal. And really happy for the Lady Wolves and all their students.
Okay, folks.
Well, we got one commercial. We'll be right back to close this one out here, folks.
Hello, I'm Cameron Adams. I'm running to serve the people of Breathitt, Powell, and Wolfe as circuit judge. I grew up in the hollers of Breathitt County, and my legal background includes criminal defense, prosecution, and civil plaintiffs' work. If you are looking for a compassionate, competent circuit judge who truly understands the people he serves, cast your ballot for Cameron Adams this fall.
All right, folks, welcome back. They've already cleared the scoreboard here on us, but it's the Wolves. 3-1 here, 14th region champions. They'll get the winner of the 13th, I believe, on next Monday night.
Next Monday night.
So we'll be there for you, folks,
That'll
on
be
BSN.
in Rose
We'll bring you
Gymnasium.
all the action right here, folks. Wow, what a game, guys.
One thing I want to say, somebody came up to me before the game and told me that Coach White has actually eclipsed the 200-win mark earlier this year, and we want to say congratulations to Coach White for doing
absolutely.
that. And I'm sure this one feels about as good as any of them, don't it, Doug?
Sure. Congratulations, first of all, to Knott County Central.
Absolutely.
Game effort right there. After that first set, coming back and winning the second set, and then the third set, it really looked like Wolfe had gained some momentum, but the Lady Pats fought this thing all the way to the end. So to their seniors and to Coach Justice, just a fantastic season. Nothing to hang their heads about. 3 straight regional championships. Theirs is coming. They're going to get this thing one of these days real soon. But tonight, it's the Lady Wolves from Wolfe County with their second regional championship now in 3 years. And as Brendan says, they will host the first round of the state tournament in Rose Gymnasium Monday night. Folks, Bluegrass Sports Nation going to bring you all of that action. Can't wait to see you on Monday night.
Luke, final thoughts, bub.
Everybody that wasn't here and tuned in on BSN, you got a great show. And if you can make it out Monday to cheer these ladies on in Rose Gymnasium, we sure would encourage you to do so. But if not, we will be there, and we're really proud to bring it all to you from BSN.
All right, folks. See ya. We'll let you know. We'll put a post out there. But congratulations to the Wolfe County Lady Wolves, your 2012 14th Region champions.